Hello, from the team over here at Chmelaeon.com. We would first like to sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch the full video that we're about to show you here and give you individualized attention on which we would give anybody in a one-on-one meeting. We actually just got out of a meeting with a successful restaurant chain and we have everything pulled up. So we thought, what a great opportunity to share with anybody who is trying to keep a local business relevant today, people who are serving customers within 5 to 15 miles of their location. Auto shops, dog groomers, you name it. There's a lot of different businesses that really are geographically locked to where they can only serve people within a certain radius. And staying relevant online is not just important, but it's imperative. And we have found that there are really two social networks. One's really a listing, but the other one's a social network to actually keep them relevant in today's age. So we're just going to delve straight into this thing. And the two ones that are relevant that we have found from years of experience are a Google My Business listing, which is, for those who don't know, when somebody types in a service on Google, I just put Restaurant Downers Grove, but you could put Auto Shop San Francisco and you're going to get the same result. You're going to get a small subsect of what actually exists in that area, usually pushed to the top listings or businesses that have been shown by consumers to have either a high rating, a lot of good photos, reviews, questions answered by actual customers, or a combination of those. And if you're watching this video, you're probably watching it because you might have seen our Google review paper, which really can be used for any network. But it's that thing where we created it to where you can tap your phone to a piece of paper and or point your iPhone at it, and it will automatically redirect a consumer to the listing and then to the 5-star review, and all they have to do is press that star button one time, which really takes all of the friction of a consumer having to find the listing, hit the arrow, go to the stars. It makes it a lot easier. So why is this important? Is this just another problem for a business owner to have on the counter? Absolutely not. I'm going to show you, well, I'm not going to show you, Google's going to show you the actual numbers between two listings with a lot of reviews and not so many reviews, and why this is extremely important to implement. So I have two pulled up. We manage a lot of different listings, but I've got this really good Mexican restaurant, and then I also have a clothing store similar to American Eagle. And I'm going to do the latter, and then I'm going to do the former. So the listing itself has 11 reviews for the clothing store. They also have a lot of good photos. Some have 7,000 views, people scrolling through. And there's a lot of different stuff you can do in these listings, but I want to keep this broad stroke on why it's important to have these review things set up. Now, the other one, the Mexican restaurant, has 246 customer reviews. And just look at the difference in the numbers for activity in the past 28 days in the top right. The clothing store, 357 views. The Mexican restaurant, 19,100 views. So those numbers speak for themselves. So I'm also going to open the insights here. This is where you really start to see how many people are actually calling this business, requesting directions to go shop there. Extremely important. The type of searches that are being done. I'm not going to delve into that. I do want you to see this kind of stuff, though. So see, these are the types of searches they get. Restaurants near me. People are actually searching for the restaurant itself for number 2. Food near me. Mexican food near me. Extremely important to dominate these searches through reviews, which is why we're helping a lot of people with that Google paper. So in 1 month, listings on search, listings on map, that adds up to 19,100. Now this is what you really want to look at, are these customer actions. And in the past 3 months, 2 people called on Google for this clothing store. 2 people requested directions. Whereas, I want to keep this relevant. So that was 1 quarter. 1 quarter on the Mexican restaurant, they had 1.6 thousand calls and 311 people requested directions. That is a huge difference in the amount of cash flow that's going through that business and to that community. So I really want to run that home on why it's important. Plus, not to sell Google My Business, but they really do have a lot of good analytics where people are coming from. So you can see that money's coming from different communities into Oak Lawn because they're requesting directions from those communities. Extremely important to be relevant, especially if you're trying to get more customers. How many phone calls you can do, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to delve too much into this. I don't want to bore you guys through this, but that's why it's really important to have these reviews and the difference in numbers a business gets when you have a lot of customer engagement with a Google listing. I know it's not exactly a social network, but in a way it kind of is, because you're reading reviews, you're engaging with people, you can message guides. And me, myself, I'm actually a local guide as well, and I get emails all the time from Google. I'm one person, one guy. I've gotten 15 million views, Jack, 15 million views on my photos. 687 at this auto shop. 130,000 in a month people have seen my photos. Here's 201,000 people seeing this Indian restaurant. That's probably become a cover photo because it's so well done. 60,000 at this sports restaurant, like a Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, it is extremely important to not only be relevant on this, but to take care of your guides and to make sure that people are sharing their experiences, which the Google paper from Chmelaeon definitely does. So that's what I wanted to delve into with that. Now with that said, let's go into the Facebook side of things. All right, now we're going to delve into Facebook. And what we found at Chmelaeon for a local business regarding Facebook, there's a lot of different stuff regarding social media. There's news, there's brands, there's e-commerce stuff, but we're really going to stick with this local 5 to 15 mile thing. And what we have found is all that really people care about is a deal. Similar to like Groupon or whatever else you want to call it. People want to know where is the deal if you're advertising to them. Now, when they're searching for you through Google, as we just spoke about, it's a little bit different. But we're engaging consumers. So we work with this small chain. It's called Del Carmen. And they have a 5 off 25 deal. Really great thing to get people in the door. And ignore this engagement thing. I'm going to show you that in the ad section. But you know, there's 58 people liked, hearted, emojied this post. 6 people commented on it, and 15 people actually shared it with their entire roster of friends. So if they have 230 friends and they shared it, a good portion of those friends are going to see that, hey, they want to go eat at Del Carmen. And on top of that, in the comment section, the 6 comments, people are tagging their friends. They want to show them that they want to go out to this restaurant. So there's a social aspect to Facebook to actually get sales into the community. So I thought I would mention that. And then we at Chmelaeon manage that. Also to mention, when we do post the offer, the 902 people that like the page also see it, in addition to the people that we're going to be targeting from the budget that the association or the individual business gives us to manage their social media. Real pain point for small business to do this stuff. So here's I'm not going to show you the numbers, but I am going to show you how many people we reached. So that post was for April of 2018, and there was 3,183 impressions. Almost 2,200 people actually got reached, and there's a cost per engagement, per like, per share, per tag, that kind of thing. And it's extremely effective, especially for a local business, because you can target people who are into burritos, who have expressed interest in Chipotle, and then you can target competitors' businesses for a local business to get that cash flow to help bring more money into the community. So I thought that's a pretty interesting thing that we have found to work through social media. I'm not saying that other things are not important, such as Yelp and Twitter and Instagram, which actually, when you advertise on Facebook, it actually goes to Instagram as well. But I like to think of those as lesser things you should be spending and allocating your time to as a business owner. Really, we're doing all the work, but we have found that the amount of reward for money and time spent in those social networks, particularly for a local business, doesn't usually pan out as well as Facebook and Google, because there's just so many users and so much engagement. It's ridiculous. Not to mention Facebook's acquisition of Instagram, but I'm not going to get into that. Now I'm going to delve into the pricing aspect of this. All right, so here is the major point, right? Everyone wants to know, what does this stuff cost? Now, just so you know, This is for a total social media management makeover. This is us doing your Facebook, your Google listing, advertising and doing posts and offers on Facebook. The Google paper is usually included in the social medias plan. We can throw that in as well. To handle it. However, we are extremely flexible. We just got off the phone with our client, the one where I spoke in the beginning for the restaurant chain, and when I got to this section, they're like, well, we don't want to pay monthly. Or actually, I want to touch on that. Another thing is that we don't do contracts. We do charge per month, but of course, we're flexible. So he said, hey, what about doing this every time we just want to post? Well, we can do that, but we have to have your card on file, and you need to call us whenever you want to do it. But we need a budget. So is it 50 per post? Is it 200 for this individualized blast out for this month or this quarter or this holiday? That kind of thing. But what we have found, generally speaking, is the month-to-month plan is by far the easiest for anybody because they just don't have to think about it anymore. We just handle the monthly posts for them, that kind of thing. Some people like having 20 monthly posts. Some people don't want to bother their customers 30 times a month with posts to minimize the amount of people that are actually unliking their page. We found that with Del Carmen, who actually pays us $99 a month. We're not posting 20 times a month for him, but we are doing a monthly offer blast. So, of course, we're flexible. We post the pricing on the website because we have found, even when we were searching for vendors for our company, is we really did not like a company that says call for pricing. For us, that was a red flag because it's like, oh, okay, call for pricing. That means what? Vet our company to see how much we can have and what we're going to spend with you. Usually a red flag. I'm not saying it is a red flag, but when you're looking for agencies and stuff and it says call for pricing, generally, I'm not saying all the time, but generally it's kind of it's an iffy thing because they want to know what you can pay. They want to get you into an annual contract, that kind of thing. So that's all I wanted to say. And you can also, on here, you can actually choose how many licenses you want. So if you want to do $350 a month for 8 locations or, 100 different members, you can do that. And of course, we can always apply a promo code to where it's, $20 per member or $100 per member or whatever is worked out. So on that note, I pretty much want to end this up. I think that's basically it as far as the social media management side of things. I hope you learned something from this, and we look forward to working with you. Be sure to shoot us an email, or better yet, just sign up for a monthly thing, and we'll be sure to get back with you via phone call. That's the definitely the greatest way to get our attention is to hire us, but we definitely respond to email. Our website has a Facebook Messenger. It goes straight to us. So that's pretty much it. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out, and be sure to reach out if you have any individualized questions. Thank you so much.